This story isn't just about a family feud, it's a quiet storm of betrayal, boundaries, and brutal truth. If you've ever been the strong one in your family, this will hit you right in the gut. At the lunar feast gathering, my brother stood up and declared, "We voted, and you're no longer one of us." The room erupted in applause. I smiled faintly and said, "Then I suppose you won't need this." I placed a thick, leather-bound binder in the center of the table. The moment he flipped it open, everything changed. "Before we dig into the dumplings," said Alina, standing gracefully, that smug, pageant-perfect smile plastered on her face. "There's something you need to say." Utensils hovered. The table fell silent. My stomach nodded. I knew that tone. It was the same one she used when she got me. Expelled at 16 for a prank I didn't commit. "We took a vote," she continued, I scanning the room like she was orchestrating a victory speech, "and we'd decided, you're not family anymore." Silence. Then applause. Cousin Mai clapped as if watching a concert. Uncle Wen raised his sake glass and toasted. Even my own mother chuckled. Well, someone had to say it. I sat frozen, my chopsticks midair. The tang of soy sauce lingered, but my blood boiled. My father didn't even glance at me. He sipped his rice wine and muttered, "It's probably for the best." "Wow," I whispered, standing slowly. "You rehearsed this." Alina grinned wider. "You've been toxic for years. We're done pretending. You're not family," Mom added, reaching for the scallion pancakes like we were discussing weather. "Unanimous," echoed Uncle Wen. I looked around. No one disagreed. "Good," I said. I reached into my tote and slid a heavy binder onto the table. The thud cut through their laughter like a cleaver through bone. "What is that?" Alina sneered. "Open it," I said, folding my arms. She snatched it up, expecting nonsense. Her smirk faded as she turned the first page, then the second. By the third, her face drained of color. She screamed, a raw, animalistic, horror movie kind of scream. Her cheer tipped back as she leapt up, slamming the binder shut. "You monster! You twisted freak!" Gasps erupted. Joel, her husband, took the binder and read it. His face tightened. "Is this real?" he asked, stunned. I nodded. Every word, every receipt, every screenshot. The table went dead silent. You could hear the oil popping in the kitchen. My mother looked at the binder, then at me. Her mouth opened, then closed. "You thought I'd never fight back," I said. "You assumed I'd stay quiet, that I'd keep paying, keep fixing, keep sacrificing. But I stopped. And now, you're exposed." I looked at Alina. "Your performance? It's over. Want to know what was in that binder? I'll get there. But first, how we got here." Alua didn't wake up one day and vote me out. That moment was built over decades. Tiny betrayals stacked like bricks. Whispered lies turned to spoken rules. I was never the favorite. Not even close. She was the star, the darling, top grades, glittering smile, manipulative to the core. She could gaslight a monk and make him thank her. I, on the other hand, was quiet, reserved. I didn't need the spotlight, and they resented that. They mistook silence for weakness. I moved out at 20, funded my education, took jobs others laughed at, never asked for a dime. Meanwhile, Alina bounced between Dreams Film School, interior design, spiritual retreats in Kyoto, and landed in Joel's lap. A walking motivational quote in a suit. Their wedding? I paid for half. My parents said they were strapped, then went on a luxury cruise days later. I didn't complain. Never did. Even when they called me the family accountant, I helped. I paid for Dad's liver treatment, Mom's utilities, even Mai's tuition when her scholarship was delayed. And they thanked me, but not really. It was that tone. "Well, of course, you'd help. You have no life of your own." Maybe that's what did it. I was single. No kids. Just me, my job, and my rescue cat. To them, that meant endless availability. Alina especially treated me like a financial safety net. Jola lost a job. I was the first call. Her car broke down. You make 6 figures. What's a few grand? Her son needed therapy. Guess who covered it? I always said yes, because I told myself, family. But yes became expectation, then demand. It escalated. Little comments, snide jabs, Must be nice to afford a vacation. You're early. No kids to slow you down. You don't get it. You don't have a real life. Then came the breaking point. Alina texted, "Can you co-sign a loan? Joel and I want to open a wellness cafe." I said no. She replied, "Wow, really? After everything?" And that was it. The cold shoulder. Radio silence. Mom stopped calling. Dad sent dry one-word texts. No invite to the Mid-Autumn Festival. Alina blocked me and posted, "Cutting out toxic people." I didn't sulk. I built a case. I had records every transfer, every chat, every lie. I compiled 5 years worth of transactions, over $80,000, $10,000 for Joel's detox, $3,200 for Alina's dental work veneers, not emergencies, $9,000 for my mom's hospital bills, $6,000 for my study abroad, even $5,000, labeled family crisis, which turned out to be a spa retreat, and not one of them paid me back. Inside that binder, receipts, messages, public posts mocking me, screenshots of Alina calling me a wallet with a pulse in a private group chat. So yes, that's what made her scream. It wasn't just truth, it was proof. Joel read a line about a hotel stay in Osaka with someone named Hannah and whispered, "What is this?" Alina's silence was answer enough. Mom begged us to stay calm. I said, "Let's talk about the time you called me a parasite while cashing my check." She flinched. "That's not fair." We were stressed. And I paid anyway, every time, until I didn't, and that made me the villain. Dad finally spoke. "You're overreacting. No, you let them do this. You heard, you saw, and you stayed silent." Alina slapped the table. "You're bitter. No one needs you." "Wrong," I said. "I'm free." She laughed. "Dramatic. A folder? Really? You think that makes you right?" "No," I said. "It makes you expose." Joel stood, binder in hand. "Alina, is this true?" She said nothing. No tears. No denial. "You lied," he said. "You made me believe he was crazy." Mom leaned forward, voice syrupy. "Let's move on. We're still family." "I'm not asking for peace," I said. "I'm stating a fact." "I'm done." I pulled out another envelope. Joel caught it. "What's this?" he asked. "Power of attorney for mom revoked. Emergency contacts removed. I am legally and emotionally no longer responsible." Mom gasped. "You mean, completely, starting now?" "Selfish," she said, weeping. "We made mistakes, but we're your blood." I looked her in the eye. "No, you're strangers." I took my coat. One last look, and I walked out. I didn't go home. I drove to a quiet lake where Dad used to take me fishing. I sat and listened. No guilt, no buzzing phone, just peace. The next few days, silence. Then it began. Mom called, then texted, "You really mean it?" I didn't reply. "Alina, Joel filed for divorce. Are you happy?" "You're broken." "Dad, we regret what was said, but you went nuclear. Come fix this." I slept better than I had in years. No guilt trip messages. No disguised Venmo requests. No emotional ransom. I changed my emergency contacts, closed shared accounts, blocked Alina. It wasn't revenge. It was clarity. I texted, "I didn't know. I'm sorry." I followed the crowd. Joel messaged, "Everything checked out." She lied to me too. "You did the right thing." I applied for a job in another city, not to escape, to grow, reconnected with friends. Some had read my post. They didn't ask for money, just said, "We're proud of you." Someone asked, "Don't you regret it?" Sometimes, but mostly regret not doing it sooner. Christmas came. Mom sent a photo. Empty gifts under a tree. Caption, "Ellie keeps asking where you are." Alina, don't punish everyone. Just visit for Ellie. Also, Mom and Dad's mortgage is overdue. There it was, guilt wrapped around the ask. I blocked her. Dad, we're still family. I poured a glass of wine, sat alone, and thanked the silence. January, a strange number. "Daniel, your dad mentioned you're still the trust executor." I replied, "That was revoked 2 months ago." Click. February, a letter. Mom's handwriting, 3 pages. 1. Regret. "We lean on you too much." 2. Guilt. "Your father's health." Alina's alone. Ellie is confused. 3. The hook. We're selling the house. We need help. I let myself feel it, then tossed it in the trash. They didn't want me. They wanted access. But the old me, silent, giving, burdened, he's gone. Now, I have a new job, new apartment. I volunteer, not for guilt, for joy. I sleep. I run. I see a therapist. I'm whole. And when I hear from them, I feel nothing. Not because I stopped loving them, but because I started loving myself. So, was I cruel? Or did I finally choose peace? Because for the first time in my life, I'm not surviving, I'm living. If this story hit home, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more raw, real stories that go deeper than drama.